Hey everyone, it's me again, and boy do I have a crazy look for you today. I have a tutorial. If you're new to my channel, welcome, thanks for joining us. My name's Faith Grenade and I make makeup videos here on YouTube. What you're watching is currently Faith's Faces, where I give you guys a makeup tutorial. And today's makeup tutorial is very summery, very, you know, natural, wearable, whatever. No. I threw wearable out the window today because for one, I had a really long week, you guys. It was the longest week of my life. If you're friends with me personally, you know what's been going on. Just a lot of stress and anxiety, a lot of appointments to keep, and it was just crazy. So I really needed to kind of unwind and decompress, and makeup is how I do that. So I basically just took all of my anxieties and plopped them all over my face. And I had gotten a while ago, I already put it back in my kit, but I've gotten Jeffree Star's new Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is a Tiffany blue. It's in the center of my lips today. The lines on my lips are like, hey, what's up? Here, have a mouth that looks like a butthole. It's this really, really light teal blue, and I got it because I have all of Jeffree Star's other Velour liquid lipsticks, so I wanted to kind of complete the collection, but I looked at it and I was like, how in the fuck am I gonna make a look for this? Like, it's Tiffany blue. And, you know, there was another Velour liquid lipstick shade called Jawbreaker that I hadn't used almost at all. I wanted to create a look using these lipsticks that was really avant-garde and really different. So I opted for this, which I am calling, I already have a backwards cut crease tutorial. I'll leave it in the description if you guys wanna watch it. So instead I'm calling this a cut lid. Not a cut crease, a cut lid. Because I have a crease that is all blended and diffused and beautiful, and a lid that is completely bare. So it's almost like a cut crease that just never got finished. With this, you know, lower wing, really avant-garde, really different. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you try to duplicate it. If you do try to recreate any element of this look, then go ahead and use my hashtag on Instagram, hashtag Faces by Faith Grenade, so I can see it and double tap that ish, because I love seeing you guys recreating my looks. So if you want to see how to create these crazy avant-garde wingy blue everything, then just keep on watching. Hey guys, it's me again, and woo, we got something crazy going on. So let's go ahead and get started. First, what I did, foundation, brows, lips, one eye off camera. For foundation and concealer, I used the Eve Pearl foundation and concealer. I have a first impression video for that. I'll leave it up here and down in the description in case y'all want to check that out. For lips, I decided to go ahead and dip into the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Breakfast at Tiffany's. It's very pale, very pastel. In this particular lip look, I've kind of toned it back a small bit by using this vibrant blue shade right here from the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette, just around the outside edge, just to kind of tone it back a little bit because it's even brighter than this normally, and I wanted to sort of make it mesh with the eye look a little bit. So now I'm gonna take this deep teal shade right there from the Kat Von D Vida Loca Remix palette, which I have depanned into a Z palette. By the time you guys see this video, that video will have been up already, so again, I'll put it in the description if you guys wanna watch it. But yeah, this is so much easier than having it in that big bulky packaging. Gonna take an e.l.f. crease brush, one of these little tiny brushes, and I'm just gonna start working that on the inner nose bridge area, keeping the depth kind of in toward the bridge of my nose. And if you get it too far over, it can make your nose look a little crooked. So you can just sort of wipe that away. And then we are just gonna start to swipe it out. So as your brush runs out of pigment, once it starts getting a little bit more faded, you're gonna brush that product out over toward the brow bone, basically just following the eyebrow. I mean, if you bring the color too far over, you see it's kind of on my nose bridge right now, you can either take your concealer or a makeup wipe and correct it, or just do it on the other eye and act like you meant to do that. Because I always tell my clients, you know, people think that makeup artists are perfect the first time every time. Nah, honey, we just know how to fake it. So now that that teal is laid down, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this bright, vibrant blue color just beneath it there. One of these is called Hyper Ballad, and I'm pretty sure the other one's called Synth or something, I forget. But if you have the palette, you know the names of the colors. But I'm just taking that on the edge of that teal and blending that blue the rest of the way over. So basically how I manage this liquid lipstick, because it is a very odd color, is I sort of play up the oddness, the wackiness, by using this really, you know, different, unique eyeshadow shape, making it very geometric, making it very different, and kind of working in the same tonal family. So this, at its core, Breakfast at Tiffany's is like a very, very light pastel teal. So I started working in the teal and blues just to bring all the color theory together. So there's your geometric shape done. I'm gonna go ahead in with my Real Techniques, what is this, detailer brush, this like little pointed one. And I'm going to use, move all the trash off of it, I'm going to use my Vice Limited Reloaded palette, specifically the shade Road Stripe, which is this one right here. It looks like a white in the pan, but it's got this really gorgeous blue duochrome to it. So I'm going to use that, knock it off because the shadow is chunky, and I'm going to put this in the inner corner. And this just makes my inner corners explode. And this I found, especially if you're using like a nose bridge shade, like I'm doing right now, even if you're using more neutral colors or a different color story than this, I found that using a brightening duochrome shimmer shade like this on the inner corner and kind of on the inside of the nose bridge will help keep your eyes open. So it won't look like, you know, you're half asleep or that your eyes are squinted in any way. It's just gonna open those eyes back up. I wish that another brand would make this same shade but in a better quality eyeshadow. No shade all tea, but I love this color, and I love a lot of Urban Decay colors. I just don't like working with the shadows a lot of the time. And now we move on to the lower lash line. Now, I did this kind of backwards on this eye, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it forwards this time. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Vacancy. It's a nice deep teal, and I'm gonna start on my waterline on this side, move about halfway in, wiggle it between the lashes a small bit, and then the wing. So I just kind of take this and work in very short strokes going outward. So, you know, I just start straight from where my lower lash line ends, and I draw a straight line going out and up a little bit. Doesn't have to be way, way far up. And then I kind of take my finger and just kind of smudge that line a small bit. Add a little bit more weight to the bottom. And you know, you really just gotta keep fucking with it. There is no other way to do this. Just keep fucking with it until when you look straight on in the mirror, they both look about the same. And I'm kind of bringing that liner onto the lash line to create kind of a more conventional wing. So again, it's just like a regular old run-of-the-mill conventional wing, really. It's just we're using pencil instead of liquid or gel, and we're making the angle a little bit steeper, if that makes sense. But again, use what works for your eye shape. If you like a higher wing, go to the sky, girlfriend, go to the sky. I'm gonna let that, you know, breathe for a little bit, and then I'm gonna take the 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Gonzo. It's this nice bright blue. Gonna push my eye line down. So I just kind of take the skin of my eye and I push it to expose the waterline, and then color on that waterline with that bright blue. And this is gonna keep my whites of my eyes from looking too yellow. Now for the shading under the eye. Again, pretty straightforward, using that same e.l.f. crease brush because quite frankly, I am too damn lazy to wash a crap ton of brushes. And so I try to use the same brush as much as possible, but I'm gonna take that same deep teal from the Vida Loca Remix palette, just a touch, and I'm gonna take that over the liner on the outside edge, including over here, because I have a little cavern over here that seems to not want to hold color ever. And we're gonna work most of the way in and quite a bit down, just to balance the upper and the lower. Because we got the upper, which is very heavy in here, so we're gonna make the lower heavier and lower down here, just to balance out the two. And then I'm gonna take that vibrant blue shadow again, just a touch, because this one is pigmented. And we're just gonna run that all over the show. Now I'm going to go back in with the Vice Limited Reloaded whatever palette, and I'm gonna take UVB, which is this color right here. It looks like a purple in the pan, and it is a little bit of a purple, but it does have a somewhat of a duochrome to it. So I'm picking up with this loose brush, and I'm just gonna bring that over the liner on the outside edge, just to bring a little depth. Now, if you found that you got a little bit of pigment going on your lid, or you just, you know, went a little too ham sandwich on the lower lash line, you can take your concealer brush and just pat it all along the lid space, down under here, just to help cover some of that up. Or you can use your blending shade to do that. That is basically the shadow done, at least insofar as what I did. It's very, very simple, very easy, very straightforward. From here, I'm just gonna do lashes, and honestly, as much as I'm tempted to use false lashes with this, I'm probably just gonna put some mascara on because the eyeshadow is really the star of the show here, and I don't want that to steal any attention away. And again, this is a situation where you don't have to wear this lip color with this look. If you want the eyes to keep the attention, then just switch to like a nude or maybe a more subdued blue lipstick. Like I think Abused would actually look really good with this look as well. So either think in that tonal family or just wear your favorite nude, keep the lips really natural because the eyes are really unique. So I'm gonna go put on my mascara and all that other boring stuff, and I will come back for the finished look. Okay guys, I am back and here is the finished look. So running down what I did, I just did my usual, I took my Lunatick Cosmetic Labs contour palette, contoured, got a little glow from Becca Moonstone. For the lips, I did update it a little bit. I added a little bit of Jawbreaker from Jeffree to the outside edges of the lip just to bring a little more blue to the party. And like I said before, I just put mascara on because ain't nobody got time for false lashes with this look. No one's gonna even see them. So let's go ahead and do some awkward posing. Awkward posing. Looking down. Looking forward, looking fierce. If this, you know, lip is just way too much for you with these eyes, you know, pair this lip with a very cool toned neutral eye would look awesome. Or pair these eyes with a nice nude lip. Whatever you want to do. I was just feeling particularly insane today. Felt like doing some crazy makeup and just blowing off a little bit of steam because I've had a lot on my plate lately. So I am so happy you guys came here and joined me today. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, there's a button for that. Spike that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe and become a member of the Faithful today. I upload new videos every Sunday. And if you really love me, I've got a link to my Patreon in the description. You can go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles.